starting with. I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Gracias a todos los que nos están acompañando. Thank you, Emily. You can at the end of the session, you can go ahead and ask your questions, or you can pop them in the chat. This session is going to be recorded. So if anyone knows anyone who might want to be here but can't due to scheduling issues, you can tell them that they can find the session later on our YouTube page. We are here with Emily Ferris representing the University of North Alabama. We are very honored to have Emily here. The University of North Alabama is known for its low-cost quality education, and we are very excited to be hearing about it and what you might find and the opportunities and the scholarships and everything it has to offer. It's one of the oldest high education institutions in the United States, so I'm pretty sure if they've been for a while, they know what they're doing, and you might get an excellent experience out of this. So thank you so much. Without further ado, I leave you with Emily. Thank you, Emily, for your time and presentation.
Let me unmute myself. Of course, thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited that all of you joined. Thank you so much. And let me go ahead and share my screen, and we'll get started if that's okay.
Perfect.
All right. Can y'all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Well, as Sophia mentioned, my name is Emily Ferris. I work in recruitment here at University of North Alabama. But I was also a student first before I started working here. And so even if you have any questions, even on the personal side of what it's like to attend UNA, I'm very happy to talk to you about that. So just to give you a heads up of what we're going to discuss, first I'm just going to talk a little bit about the university in general, and then I'm going to discuss graduate programs, specifically the MBA program, which is covered with the FUNED partnership. And then I'll discuss the benefits for you as a applicant with FUNED, specifically scholarships and things like that. So I'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so University of North Alabama is located in a town called Florence. We're located in the northwest corner, where you can see highlighted on the map. And Florence is a small to medium-sized city, and so it's great for students to really get immersed in the typical Southern culture whenever they're studying. But we're not far away from some larger cities like Huntsville, Alabama, Nashville, Tennessee, Atlanta, Georgia. A lot of students will travel, to these on weekends. Of course, they have large airports if you want to travel to other parts of the U.S. And a lot of our students find jobs in some of those cities after graduating as well. And so the city itself has a lot of balance in that aspect. We do have all 4 seasons in Florence, Alabama. We're just entering the fall season in the top right. So all of our trees on campus right now are changing. It's a very pretty time to be here. But we do have mild winters, so it won't be as cold here in Alabama as maybe in some of the states up north. But just keep that in mind whenever you're looking for your graduate opportunities. So just an overview of University of North Alabama. Here's some pictures of our campus, but we've got almost 11,000 students total. Of those, about 430 are international students representing over 50 countries. Out of the graduate programs, the majority of students do take the MBA program. And so there's a nice balance between international and domestic students in that program. And also, I'll talk about this later in the presentation, but there's 140 different student organizations for you to join whenever you come to UNA. And so lots of ways to get involved on campus outside of your regular classes. Again, just a little bit more about campus life. You can see just some of the typical campus pictures outside of the classroom if you whatever your interests are, whether you like going to the gym or sporting events or outdoors or Model United Nations, there's a lot of variety for you to gain experience and be involved on campus outside of your classes. And like Sophia mentioned earlier, we like to share with students that UNA is really where quality meets affordability. So as you can see with some of these rankings, we have very high-ranking programs. You know, especially our College of Business and Technology has one of the best MBA programs in the state and in the nation. We also hold AACSB accreditation, which, as I'm sure you know, about the top 5% of business school internationally hold that accreditation. And so we're very, very proud of that. But at the same time, the city of Florence and Alabama in general has a very low cost of living. And so we're very proud to offer a very quality program at an affordable price. Okay, so now I'm going to talk a little bit more specifically about the academics and specifically the MBA program. So full-time international students typically complete this program within 12 to 18 months, so about a year, year and a half. And it really just depends on how many classes you take per semester, whether you take classes in the summer. And there are 9 different concentrations available, which you can see here on the screen. So it allows you to really customize your education based on your interests, based on your career goals. And it is available in person or online. I know some students prefer the online option, but it is available completely in person as well for whichever option you prefer. Okay, so something that I think is very unique about our MBA program specifically is the curriculum and the many opportunities for student engagement while you're studying. So I'm going to talk through just a couple of the highlights that we have that you can take advantage of while you're a student in the College of Business and Technology. So the first one is the Institute Fellows Program. Now, this is a competitive program that's offered here at UNA that provide opportunities for students to be paid while helping local organizations solve business problems. And so it's essentially partnering with a local business, doing research for them, helping with business development. And it's really in 4 main areas that this is offered. So innovation and entrepreneurship, economic and community development, corporate consulting, and collaborative agile strategy consulting. So to be involved with this, you do have to apply and be approved by the department. You collaborate with faculty to work on these programs, but it's a really great way, again, to gain experience throughout your curriculum. All right, the next one is called Smart Start. This one's really fun. So it's a weekend experience for students to create their own companies. So especially if you're interested in like innovation, entrepreneurship, this may be something that you'd like to check out. So basically students have their own ideas that they pitch, and they present this to a mock venture capital panel, which is actual business professionals and professors here in the Florence, Alabama community. And so, if I'm not mistaken, I do need to check with the College of Business to confirm, but if I'm not mistaken, I believe students at the end of this do get funding for their companies as well. So another option if you're interested in more of the entrepreneurship route. Okay, the next one. This one is called the generator. So this is where basically whenever you do have your business idea and you need tools, you need a co-working space to make it happen, this is where you can go. So it's a co-working space for students to grow new businesses. So part of that is, developing a business model, establishing your company, connecting with mentors and faculty, learning to become fiscally responsible. But there's a lot of, I guess, like technology and tools available within the generator for you to, again, build your own business in that way. And so I think that's a great opportunity that's offered for our students. Okay, this is the last one on the student engagement side of things, and then we'll dive into some more details about some of the benefits. But something I like to let students know before they come, because ultimately you're getting this degree in pursuit of furthering your career prospects, right? You want to have more job opportunities. You want to learn more as a professional. And the College of Business and Technology Career Development Center does a great job of engaging students throughout their time before they graduate to make sure that they're prepared for that job hunt after they do graduate. And so the College of Business and Technology is the only college on campus that has a dedicated career development manager. So there's a dedicated staff member that is, her full-time job is helping students with this type of preparation and finding jobs. So again, some of that includes just guidance in your career decision-making, helping decide, what area you want to study, information about the job search process, resume, cover letter, mock interviews, assisting with the UNA job system. So we do have a specific website where jobs are posted specifically for UNA graduates. So helping with access to that, navigating that. And College of Business also does a great job of hosting career fairs. They invite companies throughout Alabama, throughout the Southeast, to come and recruit their graduates to work with them once they graduate. And so, again, not just that the curriculum is highly accredited and affordable, but that you're also getting experience with navigating the job search before you graduate as well. Okay, so now to talk more about the specific benefits for you applying through FUNED. So it's really two main benefits, and it's two scholarships that we offer. The first one is an academic scholarship of $7,000 per year. This is the highest scholarship that we offer for graduate students. And then the second one is a housing scholarship. This only applies to on-campus housing. So if you decide to live off campus, you're not eligible for this one. But if you do decide to have on-campus housing, you can apply this to any option. And so both of these scholarships are automatically considered with your application. It means you don't have to do a separate application to apply for these scholarships. And they're also renewable each semester until you graduate. So you don't have to worry about losing the scholarship. You can receive that until you graduate. Okay, so now after scholarships, what is going to be the actual estimated cost, just so that you're aware? So I've put here on the right a little chart of the estimated cost of attendance for 1 year for graduate students. So tuition and fees altogether, living expenses, books and supplies, is approximately $30,000 after everything. Now this cost can vary because, again, there's several options for housing. They have different levels, different pricing. Books, vary each semester, but this is just an estimate so you can prepare, so you can have an idea. But I do like to let students know that the total cost of attendance after the scholarships are applied is approximately $24,000 to $26,000 per year after the scholarships. And so be aware of that as you're considering this option. Okay, so I talked about a lot of the student engagement, things like that. Those are specific to the College of Business, but there's also a lot of other options for you just for being a UNA student, and this is campus-wide. So the Academic Success Center, which is located here centrally on campus, offers tutoring for writing, math, other subjects if you do want additional help. The library has, computers, printers, laptops, cameras, anything you need for these extra projects that you're doing, as well as just general, we have like the student recreation center. It's like a 4-story gym on campus. We have university health services, a lot of these resources for you as a student while you're living here in Florence. And just to elaborate on student services specifically for our international students that come, we do provide airport transportation from Huntsville, Alabama. That's about an hour away from campus, as well as new student orientation, cultural events, advising, host families if you're interested. And then we also have a fantastic team of student navigators that are here on the picture on the right. And they're our student ambassadors that are really the first point of contact, help you as soon as you arrive on campus and help you throughout the year. And so it's a mixed team of domestic and international students, and they're fantastic. We have some great student ambassadors that help you whenever you arrive. And then one last thing, actually 2 last things that I wanted to share with you, and then I'll wrap it up, are the opportunities to work. So there's really 3 options for you while you're a student. So the first option is to work on campus. So international students on an F1 visa can work on campus up to 20 hours a week. And that can be anywhere on campus. It can be in one of the offices and one of the restaurants, for one of the sports teams. All of those jobs are posted on the UNA job website. And so we assist you with that process because you need certain paperwork, but while you're a student, you can work 20 hours a week. Now, the middle option that says CPT, that's curricular practical training. You may have heard of CPT and OPT, but CPT is almost like an internship. So it's an authorization for you to work off campus, but it has to be related to your career. So for example, if you're studying business, your CPT would have to be related to business in some way for you to work off campus. And then the last option, which I think is sometimes the most important option for our students, is OPT, or optional practical training. And this is an opportunity for you to work in the US for 1 year after you graduate. And so that does not have to be on our campus. That can be anywhere in the US that you find a job. So, right now we have a lot of students that stay in Alabama and find jobs here, but we also have students that have moved states, that, maybe they work in Florida or Ohio or New York or Texas, and are pursuing opportunities there. And so, again, that goes back to the career development, because you do have the opportunity to work after you graduate for 1 year. So now, for anybody that is interested in applying, this is an overview of the admissions requirements for the MBA program specifically. And this is just acceptance to the program. There are some additional documents you have to add as an international student, which I'll share on the next slide. But as far as the academic requirement, you're required to have a bachelor degree or the equivalent. And then you need to have a GPA of 2.5 or higher on a 4.0 scale. And also GMAT, GRE are not required for admission to the MBA program. And for any students that do have transfer credit from other universities, you can transfer a maximum of 6 semester hours to the MBA program. Okay, so in addition to those application requirements, if you're interested in completing an application, these are the documents that you would need to submit. So the online application form, of course, a copy of your diploma, a copy of your university transcripts. We do require an English proficiency test. we accept TOEFL, IELTS, or Duolingo. A statement of purpose, which is basically, like a one-page essay describing why you would like to study at UNA, why do you want to study business, what are your professional goals after you graduate, and the financial documents, which are required for all students studying in the US. I will make a note that I didn't add here. We're currently accepting applications for the fall 2025 semester that begins in August. The deadline to apply is June 1st. And of course, if you apply and you have questions about these documents, I feel free to contact me and I can help you throughout the process. So thank you so much for your time. I hope this has been helpful for you. And I've put a couple of links here to online brochure and our website if you would like to know more, as well as my contact information. So I put my WhatsApp and my email here if you have any questions and would like to learn more. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Emily, for that presentation and for your time. I don't know about what everyone else thought, but I just see the pictures and it feels like a magical place to go and study. I don't know if anyone has any questions. ¿Alguien tiene alguna pregunta? La pueden hacer en español y yo les traduzco, o la pueden escribir o abrir sus micrófonos como quieran. Preguntas, questions.
Just to know, what is the minimum score that Alabama accepts in the TOEFL IBT?
That's a good question. So for TOEFL, the minimum we require is 79. IELTS, we require 6.0, and then Duolingo, we require 100.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Of course.
There's a question in the chat from Miguel. Which were the specializations for the MBA?
Okay, yeah, let me go back to that page really quick and I can just show it to you. Okay, here it is. Let me just share one more time. Okay, so these are the specializations. There's 9 different concentrations, which are shown here. I won't read them all, just for your sake. But if there's a specific one that you're interested in, let me know and I can certainly send you more information about that one specifically.
Thank you.
Of course.
Anyone else? ¿Alguien más? ¿Alguna pregunta?
Yes, I have another question.
Uh-huh.
How do I apply for the scholarship?
Yeah, so for the scholarship, you just need to submit your regular application. So you don't have to do a separate application for scholarship. Whenever you apply, you are automatically considered.
Oh, okay, great, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Gracias. So Miguel wants to know a little bit more about project management, the specialization on the MBA.
Yeah, of course. Let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and put, because this might be helpful for everybody. I'm gonna put a link to the program itself in the chat where you can read more. There's a lot more information than I was able to share today. But so the way that the concentrations work is that it's 9 credit hours that you focus, and project management focuses on developing methodologies for interacting with organizations, processes in business environments, and it's number 31 for best MBA in project management in the nation. So in that link, if you click that one, it'll show kind of like a drop down of all the different concentrations and give more information about them as well. Okay, I see where Diego asked a question of if there's sports scholarships. We do offer sports scholarships. The way that those work is a little bit different because those are always directly through the sports team and the coach. They do the recruitment for their programs. I'm not able to recruit for them. But just out of curiosity, what sport do you play? Like, was there a specific sport you were interested in? Soccer, okay. So unfortunately, we do not have a men's soccer team right now. We have a women's soccer team, but we don't currently have a men's soccer team. And so that one in particular is not available. But in general, if students are interested, if they play a sport, I'm happy to connect them to the coach to learn more about that recruitment process because it varies a lot depending on the sport.
Okay, thank you. There's a question from Jorge. Is there any master program of medicinal chemistry or pharmaceutical science?
So currently we don't have a master program in medicinal chemistry or pharmaceutical science. And we also don't have a medical school. And so unfortunately, we don't have any programs like that right now. But thank you for asking.
Thank you.
Mm.
¿Alguien más? Anyone else? How about an LLA? I don't know if it was meant LLM.
For LLM, maybe. Yeah, so same thing with the medical school. We also don't have a law school and we also don't offer the LLM, unfortunately. I wish we did because I know a lot of students are interested in that. So if that ever becomes available, I'll definitely let FUNED know. But currently we do not offer that, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Of course.
Anyone else?
I'm also just going to leave my email and WhatsApp here in the chat in case anybody has questions later and would like to talk more. I'm happy to talk with you one-on-one or answer any questions that you may have about the programs.
Thank you so much, Emily.
Yeah.
I don't think there are any other questions, but thank you so much for your time. Thank you everyone who joined us. Thank you for the questions, for your presentation, Emily. And we hope to see a lot of applications for the University of North Alabama in the near future.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.